Buy me trinkets for your good lady. All crafted by the great Aorlan, Grey Mane himself.
Nah,
Chops and steaks fit for a Jarl. Come and see my selection of the finest quality
Can't be
meats.
helped.
So how did these Greybirds know you absorb power from a dragon, if they're way up in the mountains?
Bits and baubles for sale. All crafted by the best blacksmith in Skyrim.
Tired of bread and stew? Had enough of fish and fowl? Treat your... often you're kin to a choice cut of steak.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
So you're paying now?
I don't think so.
I'm a bard by trade. Sure. My voice could use a rest. Huh? You expect me to believe that?
It can't be helped.
That is so.
People think I go out of my way to piss them
How
off.
can I argue with
Trust
that?
me, it's not out of my way at all.
A little corn
Nah,
always
You
cleans
expect
the
me to
weeds.
believe that?
Need something?
Nah, I don't think so.
It's been a pleasure.
It would seem so.
How are we doing?
How can I argue with that?
One of these nights, I will catch the blacksmith out for her walk and strap one on to make her scream my
It
fucking
can't be
name.
helped.
Yes.
How can I argue with that?
Can't a man drink in peace? I'm gonna keep this short because we've got a lot to do. Haunting Brew's owner, Sabyarn, is about to hold a tasting for Whiterun's captain of the guard. And we're going to poison the mead. No, that's the beauty of the whole plan. We're going to get Sabyarn to give it to us. The Meadery has quite a pest problem and the whole city knows about it. Pest poison and mead
No,
don't mix
thanks.
well.
I'll
You know what I
manage.
mean?
It can't be helped.
You're going to happen by and lend poor old Sabyarn a helping hand.
Indeed.
I'm going to give you the poison to use on the pests, but you're also going to
This
dump
might
it into
come
the
as a
brewing
surprise
vat.
to you, but shackles do have uses outside of the...
Maven and I spent weeks planning this. All we need is someone like you to get in there and get it done. Now get going before Sabyarn grows a brain and hires someone else to do the dirty work. Both of the buildings are connected by tunnels made by the pests infesting the meadery. There's an entrance to it in the basement storeroom of the warehouse that used to be boarded over. I've already removed the boards so the meadery would get infested. That's where you should start.
How are we doing?
Sabyarn keeps that locked up tight. If you can get through that way, go right ahead.
Indeed.
Once Sabyarn is out of the way, Maven has plans for the place. One way or another, we don't want the pests coming back. Consider it just more of the dirty work. I did my part getting them in there, now you need to clear them out.
You expect me to believe that?
I made the mistake of borrowing coin from Sabyarn. He's allowing me to pay it back, but he's working my fingers to the bone. He treats me like a slave. I have to do every nasty, dirty job in the meadery. If this plan works, not only is my debt gone, but I'll be set up for life. Maven and I worked out a little deal. If Sabyarn ends up in jail, she's gonna take over his meadery. And guess who gets to run the Blackbriar Meadery in Whiterun? You're looking at him.
I don't think so. It would seem so.
Remember, Sabjorn will be needing a helping hand. Make it look good.
How can I argue with that?
How are we doing over here?
Can't be helped.
No, I don't think so.
Not my problem.
It would seem
You
so.
expect me to believe that?
A little coin always greases the wheels.
How can I argue with that?
Nah, I don't think so. That is so.
Yes?
No, I don't think so.
You expect me to believe that?
Need something?
It would seem so.
I think you just like looking
can I
through my
argue with
stuff.
How can I argue with that?
It can't be helped.
True enough.
A little coin always greases the wheels.
Out. Can I argue with that? How can I argue with that?
It would seem so.
Not exact.
How are we doing over here?
Nah, I don't think so.
How
People have a
yes.
habit of stabbing you in the back, and then ask why you're bleeding.
How can I argue with that?
Can't be.
It would seem so.
No, I don't think so.
You expect me to believe that? A little coin always greases
Magic
the
perishes
wheels.
social this world.
Indeed.
True enough.
You are correct.
How can I argue with that? How can I argue that?
Not my problem.
Armor cleaned. It fucking stinks.
Huh?
Nah, I don't think so.
How can I argue
Yes.
with that?
No, I don't think so.
That is so.
All right.
A little coin always greases the wheels.
How can I argue with that?
No, I don't think so.
You know nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
This might
my
come as a
son?
surprise.
What a thorough. Is he not? So don't talk.
Yourself and your kin to a choice
Your
cut
son
steak
chose his
or a
side and
tender
he
rack
chose
of ribs.
poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
Never. My son
So
still.
you're they now?
My heart.
Hope you're ready to kiss
So
up to the
tell me,
Jarls.
Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my furrows?
Nah, I don't think so.
Do you believe this old
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
holding him?
どこへ行くの?
What?
Indeed. What are you gawking at? Can't you see I have problems here? Are you kidding me? Look at this place. I'm supposed to be holding a tasting of the new Hunting Brew Reserve for the captain of the guard. If he sees the Meadery in this state, I'll be ruined. Oh, really? And I don't suppose you'd just do it out of the kindness of your heart, would you? I hope you're not expecting to get paid until the job's done.
All right. People think I go out of my way to piss them off. Trust me.
Oh, very
it's not
well.
out of my way at all.
Here's half. You'll get the rest when the job's done. My only demand is that these vermin are permanently eliminated before my reputation is completely destroyed.
I'm not feeling well. I'm going to use one of your potions to be
I
on the
bought
safe
some
side.
poison. I was going to have my lazy, good-for-nothing assistant, Malice, handle it, but he seems to have vanished. If you plant this in the vermin's nest, it should stop them from ever coming back. Don't come back until every one of those things are dead.
I need my armor cleaned. It fucking stinks.
Malice is the best deal I've ever made. Lent him a bit of gold some time ago I knew he'd never be able to pay back. Nothing like free labor to make operating costs cheaper. Now I've got to clean up this mess.
A little coin always greases the wheels.
How can I argue with that?
Nothing you can do.
Indeed.
Something's coming. Time to finish this. Your death will be painful. Hear that? Something's going on. You've done well. Be on your guard. Something's here. No. Watch your back. We are not alone. Are you all right? Shit. You know you can't win. Your death is on. We should fuck on top of the dead body. You should have run the other way. You better hit me harder than that. Come on. Don't let him
I cannot rest you!
I'll laugh as I snatch the life from your fucking body. You're fucking with the wrong bitch. Your death will be painful.
How can I argue with that? Was something we discussed unclear?
This is fucking nasty.
Well, it's
Now
about
I
time.
understand.
I had to stall the captain until you were finished. You'll just have to wait until after the captain's finished. I suppose you can wait around if you must.
All right.
Well, Sebjorn, now that you've taken care of your little pest problem, how about I get a taste of some of your mead?
Help yourself, my lord. It's my finest brew yet. I call it Hunting Brew Reserve. I think you'll find it quite pleasing to your palate.
Oh, come
A little
now.
coin
This is
always
mead,
greases the
not
wheels.
some wine to be sipped and savored. By the 8. What's in this?
I don't know. What's wrong?
All right.
You assured me this place was clean. I'll see to it that you remain in irons for the rest of your days.
No, please. I don't understand.
Silence, idiot. I should have known better to trust this place after it's been riddled with filth.
I beg
No,
you, please.
thanks.
This is
I'll
not what it
manage.
seems.
You're in charge here until I can sort this all out.
It will be my pleasure.
And you're coming with me to Dragon's Reach.
All
See
right.
how quickly your memory clears in the city's prisons. Now, move.
Look, I assure you this is all just a huge misunderstanding.
That's
I
your
said
problem, not
move.
mine.
Farewell, Sabjorn.
All right.
I don't think that could have gone any better. Anything else you need before you head back to Riften?
Really?
So, Maven wants to hunt down Sabjorn's private partner, huh? You're welcome to take a look around Sabjorn's office. He keeps most of his papers stashed in his desk. Here, this should help.
All right.
I thought it would be better to leave some of the details out of our previous discussion. Didn't want to risk you walking away from the job.
So.
Besides, you've done Maven a favor getting rid of him, and saved me from wasting coin hiring someone else to do it later. Start changing it over to the Blackbriar Meadery West as soon as possible. That was Maven's part of the deal. She's put me in charge of keeping the mead flowing, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. If you're in the area, and you ever need anything fenced,
A little
you just
coin
let me
always
know.
greases the wheels.
Remember to put in a good word with Maven for me. I can't believe that worked.
One of these nights,
How can I
I will
argue with
catch the
that?
blacksmith out for her walk and strap one on to make her scream my fucking name. Not exactly.
True enough.
All right.
It would seem so. Can't be helped.
All right.
開けられる?
Not my problem.
All right.
Eh, 行かなきゃダメなの?
How can I argue with that?
Not exactly.
え?
Really?
How can I argue with that?
All right.
Not my problem. Remember to put in a good word with Maven for me.
It's getting close to midnight and we're sober. What the fuck is wrong with this picture? What is it?
How can I argue with that?
I think you just like looking through my stuff.
How can I argue with that?
All right.
That would seem so.
Ara. 早く着かないかな。
Nah, I don't think so.
You expect me to believe
Yes.
I was
Working at the Rift and Fishery is tough, but it puts some coin
What
in
is it, Nord?
That girl that you hooked me up with for the 200 gold turned out to be trouble. I know it's not your fault, but I just wanted to warn you not to use her again. My cock hasn't stopped itching since I fucked her. Just wanted to give you a heads up. It was good seeing you, but I do need to go. Hopefully we can chat longer next time.
Thanks, we'll have to grab a drink soon. By the gods, kill me if I ever have to have in conversation again. Let's go. That's your problem, not mine.
It's been a while, Galesse.
I miss the days when no one knew me in Skyrim.
If you've got the coin,
どうしてこんなに眠いのかしら。
pull up a seat.
No, thanks.
It speaks
I'll
truthfully.
manage.
It would seem so. Nah, I don't think so.
I trust you have good news for me?
It speaks the truth.
Is it too early to start drinking?
This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabjorn's partner is this odd little symbol. Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents,
Maybe we
they'll
should take a day
regret
out this
starting a
weekend.
war with me. You should bring this information to the Thieves Guild immediately. There's also the matter of your payment.
How can I argue with that?
I believe you'll find this more than adequate for your services.
I don't think so. It would seem so.
No, thanks. I'll manage.
Huh? Nah, I don't think so.
The Blackbriar family has always been allied with the Guild. Our connections with the Empire and within Skyrim make for a perfect fit.
How are we doing on health?
I dare say the Guild owes its survival as much to my family as it does to its own people.
You expect me to believe that?
It can't be helped. It would seem
Why
so.
you try and be charming is beyond me. You're here to get laid, so let's get to the point. I need to feel you against me and smell your sweat.
How can I argue with that?
I have something I'd like to do. Let's have a little fun with magic. This spell removes your will to fight back. Sometimes I like to just have my way with people. And today you're going to eat my pussy. I believe we're done.
A little coin always greases the wheels.
I believe Brynjolf wishes to speak with you. We're done here.
It would seem so.
It can't be helped.
I believe we're done.
Nah, I don't think so.
How can I argue with that?
It speaks the truth.
Not
You
my problem.
expect me to believe that? It speaks truthfully.
Yes.
I believe Brynjolf wishes to speak with you. We're done here.
How can I argue with that?
Not my problem.
How can I argue with that?
Nah, I don't think so.
It speaks the truth.
How can I argue?
Can I help you with something?
No, I don't think so.
It can't be helped.
Yeah.
It speaks truthfully.
So?
The saddest thing about betrayal is it never comes from my enemy. Gives me the shivers.
Nah, but... think so.
Not my problem.
Yes. All right.
How can I argue with that?
Huh?
So pleased to see you.
Not exactly.
How can I argue with that?
Yes. Nothing you can do.
You expect me to believe that?
How can I argue with that? All right.
Nah, I don't think so.
Huh?
How can I argue with that?
What's your problem?
Talon, another round.
Nah,
I think you expect me to believe that. Wolf. How can I
Can't be
argue
helped.
with
It would
that?
seem so.
I said give me some more drink, or I'll have your head on a pike.
あら
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
My husband bears be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself.
How can I argue with that?
You expect me
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Beautiful baubles and gleaming...
Keep alert at every turn. Every junkie and drunk is sleeping in a corner down here.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.
Not my problem.
A little coin always greases the wheels.
How can I argue with that?
Can I argue with that?
Get out my hand. Your idea to start a problem, right? Do you want me to tell you exactly what I do? Well, yes.
More often in imagination than in reality. So how did these greybeards know you absorb power from the dragon if they're way up in the mountains?
Word on the street is that poor Sabjorn has found himself in Whiterun's prison. How unfortunate for him. Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there.
A little
Something
coin
important
always
to the
greases
guild?
the wheels.
Then this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge between Maven and the guild.
Your mind can be either your prison or your palace.
Mercer
Make
thinks
it
he knows a
yours to
way to
decide.
identify this new thorn in our side. He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
How can I argue with that? Not my problem.
We've stopped. Something wrong? I think you just like looking through my stuff. Gladly. If men only realized, if you fuck a woman right, she will stand by your side forever. All right.
Nah, I don't think so. It would seem so.
I've been thinking about carrying a shield. So this is the meeting place of the lowlights. All right.
I don't think so.
Ah, there you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Flow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol. It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Blackbriar. Very clever.
Nothing you can do.
They're well funded, and they've been able to avoid identification for years. I'm impressed it reached this point. Just don't mistake my admiration for complacency. Our nemesis is going to pay dearly. Because even after
It's
all
one
their
of those
posturing
arguments
and
that my body
planning,
is already tired and I need to
they've
find
made
a
a
bed.
mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Gajal lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Gulamai. Gulamai is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Golden Glow Estate and that he can finger our buyer. Get out there, shake him down, see what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions.
No, thanks. I'll manage.
I can't believe Gulamai's mixed up in all this. That Argonian couldn't find his tail with both hands. Don't get me wrong, he could scam a beggar out of his last septic. But he's no mastermind.
Not exactly.
Trouble? He's one of the most stubborn lizards I've ever met. You have your work cut out for you. You're going to have to buy him off. It's the only way to get his attention. If that fails, follow him and see what he's up to. If I know Gulamai, he's in way over his head, and you'll be able to use it as leverage. Aye, he does indeed. And with his fingers in the East Empire Company's pie, we'll make good use of that debt. If I'm not being clear enough, that means we don't want him killed. For now, just keep on his tail and he's bound to step into something he can't scrape off his boot.
No, thanks. I'll manage.
How can I argue with that?
Gulamai works in the East Empire Company warehouse. He helps maintain all of the shipments of goods that goes in and out of Solitude. That means he has to pick up the litter from some of the finest goods to grace Skyrim's shores. He isn't exactly in the guild, but he pays us a cut of all the stuff he lifts from the warehouse.
Another day ends without big smiles and endless screams.
A mercantile group that has established ports all over Tamriel. They pretty much dominate the whole shipping industry. The Emperor himself supposedly backs them, which means they have fairly unlimited resources. So don't get their feathers in a ruffle.
Not
There are
exactly.
thieves, and then there is Gulamai. No honor, no code at all. He'd shake your hand and stab you in the back at the same time. The cut he's supposed to provide the guild has dwindled as of late. He says pickings in the warehouse are slim, but I'm certain he's lying.
All right.
Keep your eyes on him. He's quite crafty. Just head right back to the guild and get the information to Mercer. Nothing else is more important. If you discover Gulamai's holding out on us and has more loot stashed away than he claims, we'd find that information quite valuable as well. Good Solitude. Keep Gulamai alive, but remind him who we are.
How can I argue with that? How can I argue with that? How can I argue with that?
be helped.
You expect me to believe that?
That's your problem, not mine.
If that is so, how can a humble servant of Talos help you today? Talos bless you, my child.
How can I argue with that?
Honesty may be the best policy, but insanity is the best defense. Keeps people at bay.
Good to see you out.
Careful, that sounded like a compliment.
We could always call it an early afternoon, you know?